So we love homeschooling. We love the idea of homeschooling. So we thought we would share with you why we are homeschooling. Hi guys, it's Peta here, and today I'm with my gorgeous husband Luke. And we thought that we would share with you why we are homeschooling. So for those of you that don't know us, we have 5 children, and they are 2 boys and 3 little girls, and our eldest is 8 and our youngest is 2. So we love homeschooling. We love the idea of homeschooling. So we thought we would share with you why we are homeschooling. So yeah, I'll just start off by saying, everyone has different reasons why they want to homeschool. These are our reasons. The first reason is because we just really wanted to be the main influences over our children's lives, and them not to be negatively influenced by their peers, and basically spend so much time with their peers that they're basically being raised by their peers. So we feel like that God blessed us and gave us children, and so He's asked us to care for them, and that involves homeschooling. So
yeah, we together have wanted to raise our kids at home as much as possible, so limiting the amount of outside care as primary care as we could, not because of any other reason other than we want them to be in a sort of godly environment with us. We want to be the main carers. We want to be there when they have their milestones and do their first words and their first drawings and their first, riding their bike, which happened recently. Just not to miss anything as parents. And being Christians means that there's so much to teach about the Bible, about the world, about how to live in the world as a Christian, about what it means to be a Christian. That all needs to be ingrained in them in formative years. So when they're really young, like 0 to 10 even, is those molding years where their brain's still developing. They're figuring out morals, figuring out who we are, who they are in the world. And we also want really specific friends to come over and for them to be able to see, not just to be able to be thrown out there to see absolutely everybody all day, every day, which is what happens in school. You're kind of around the same age group all day. So we wanted to just have us as the main influence, and to do that, you only really can do that with homeschooling. You can't be their main influence if you're there only when they do their homework and when you get their lunches ready. Like, that's the only influence you ever have on your kids, if you have them in school in reality. And that's good if you have really quality time with them in those times, but by and large I would say most parents just are tired and exhausted, or they're rushing in the morning trying to get their kids off to school, and homeschooling is just more relaxed. So yeah, that's the influence behind that decision.
And a Bible verse that really stuck out to me is from Proverbs. I might link it down below because I can't remember where it's from exactly, but is a companion of fools suffers harm, but he who walks with the wise will become wise. So sending our children to school kind of feels like I'm sending them off to be with a companion of fools. There's lots of lovely teachers out there and lots of lovely children, but you just never know really what kind of negative influences they are with on a daily basis. And so we want our children to be around people where we can supervise them, and around godly Christian people where they can be raised to have our Christian values and just be influenced by them as much as possible.
Yeah, a huge thing for us has been, that's probably the main thing with homeschooling, is to just keep the influences a lot more narrow than what school would have influence over your kids in those younger years. The other thing too is we would like to teach them all the basics, English, maths, science, that kind of educational material, but also interject scripture as much as we can into that curriculum. So what we've picked with our bookwork has Bible verses in it. It teaches you how to write scripture out, how to memorize it while they're learning, and Peter does that day in and day out and does it really well. And because they have that scripture knowledge with devotions in the morning, devotions in the evening, devotions after tea, all of that scripture soaking and getting into their memory is incorporated into their normal educational material. Plus, the other thing is, with homeschooling, you can tailor the child's giftings and your education around their giftings and stuff they want to do. So one of our sons loves mechanical stuff and engineering, and the other one loves outdoor play, being outside, riding his bike, just hanging out outside. Our other daughter is playing piano, but she really, after school, when she was at school recently, was just coming home tired and just sooking and just not wanting to play piano whatsoever. It was now that she's homeschooling, she has the time to play the piano. We can sit there with her and help her with the piano instead of doing 50,000 lots of homework with 3 children and then becoming so tired that we just want to flop on the couch and never see them ever again. So really the thing is, it's a way more relaxed type of schooling. It suits our lifestyle for sure, because we're casual people, we're relaxed people, we don't love the frenetic, I'm always busy doing 50,000 activities thing. We actually don't thrive off of that. We thrive off of doing like really specific activities that we've planned and thought about for a long time, and then go and take the family out to see. Like we went to a pioneer park the other day. We planned that for ages, and we just, well, not ages, I think I planned it 2 nights before, but it was something we could think about, plan, pack lunches for, instead of just cramming our week with 5 outings like that. We could just do one, really enjoy it, invest time in it, and then get the kids along to it, and it's way more relaxed a type of schooling than traditional school is.
Besides the main reason why I wanted to homeschool, which is to be their main influence over their life, was also just, I love our relaxed mornings when we homeschool. We wake up whenever we like, and we've been just going off, like having breakfast and getting ready and doing our morning routines, and then we've just been going off on the most loveliest morning walks, and the kids will bring their bikes and scooters, and just having fresh air and enjoying like some family time. Like there's just so much more family time, and now our children are becoming each other's best friends. Of course they fight like any other normal people, but they really are each other's best friends, and it's just really great to see those relationships developing with each other. So we haven't always been able to homeschool, just because like it's been really like hard in the past, like with my health. So if you want to read about, because we started off homeschooling, and then our children did go to school for a period of time, and we're only just recently bringing them home again. So if you want to read about that story, I'll link it down below. It's in, I've written it in my blog, so I'll put a link to that story about how we had to send them to school for a little while, and yeah, now they are coming back home again, and it's just really great, and I'm just loving having them home again so much. It's been really good so far.
Yes, another great thing about homeschooling is having cups of tea. Another good thing about homeschooling is the kids can help with chores more, and they've got a lot more energy, plus your day finishes earlier. So we're actually finished homeschooling some days at like 2 o'clock. Right, and all of their work's finished. There's no homework because the homework's done, and that's a super cool thing for people like us who just want a more relaxed lifestyle, but also want their kids having the best education they can possibly have. That's tailored
right.
for
you
them.
can say homeschool and relaxed in the same sentence.
You can. It actually can be relaxed.
It's less busy. It's less rushing like here and there and everywhere. It's more like, well, you can make it as busy or as relaxed as you want. We're more relaxed people, so we like to have it more relaxed. We don't really do many other extracurricular activities at the moment besides sort of family outings to like excursion type things and our children's piano lessons. So we like our relaxed days, and it's just really lovely. That's what kind of people we are, and it just really suits our lifestyle.
And it's really adaptable. You can, if you're a busy parent, you can cram anything you want into your week. There's homeschool groups all across the country, especially in Queensland. But here we've got a local one that's super good, that's always putting on events. We don't really go to many. I don't think we've gone to any yet, but we're getting there.
No, I am going to go take them to a local homeschool group and meet some other homeschoolers soon, and they do organised activities, educational activities together and get together. So I plan on taking them to that soon. I do have some other friends that are homeschooling, and they've just been a lovely support. One of my close friends, she has 8 children and she homeschools, and she's homeschooled them right from the start, and her eldest has just graduated from their homeschool, and they're just the most beautiful children. Like, they're just really what's the words I'm looking for, they're just grounded,
intelligent,
sensible people, like they just love the Lord, and
godly people.
Yeah, that's really great meeting them. So I understand that not everyone can homeschool. I've got a friend as well who was homeschooling and had to send her children to school because of a quite bad health struggle. So I understand that not everyone is able to homeschool, but for us, I'm really blessed that at the moment we can. So I guess the question is, will our children like always homeschool, and will they like homeschool through high school? And I guess we can't really answer that right now. I think I'd say that we would like to homeschool them right through high school, but I don't really, know what the future holds. But right now, it was our desire to homeschool them right through high school. I guess also for us, private Christian schooling is like it's way out of our budget, and homeschooling is sort of way where we can have our own little private school, our own little private Christian school in our own home.
Yeah.
So, private school is really expensive, and I'm not really keen on sending them to public school. They've been to a public school for a little bit, basically, because that's all we could fit in our budget. So we sent them to the local primary school for a little bit because that's all we had, just a local Christian school is just like way out of our budget. And so we're kind of like, but even if we could afford the fanciest Christian school, I think I'd still homeschool, because you still got that worldly influence from the other students at school, and I would still pick homeschooling over the fanciest private school.
Me too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really is like a private school with tailored education for your own children. And they're still getting the same quality education. Like some of the materials we use at home that we print for free, we've seen them use at the school. And we can choose tutors, and we can choose like YouTube tutorials for the kids to use. We can use Khan Academy, all these different online resources to just squish as much education as we want into the kids. And there's no shortage of information out there, or lessons, or people to work around those issues of, well, my child wants to do this, who can I get? And there's always someone around who can help, or a workaround. So we've found, even in a rural place, distance hasn't been an issue for like proper piano lessons, for like Lego building clubs. There's all different kinds of groups. Even our community centre here has tons of events on that are free, where they do cooking and craft and all kinds of stuff. Like, there's always something you can piece together to make your curriculum work. And there's heaps of free stuff you can print on the web that's fully top grade educational material out there for the public.
So maybe we could do another video one day about if you have any questions, leave them below, and we could probably answer them in another video, like about what curriculum we're using, or about just how we homeschool exactly and what our day looks like. We could probably do some more videos and answer your questions. So we're just going to enjoy our tea and our coffee. We're actually on a date. The children are currently at their grandparents' house. So this is our date at the moment. So yeah, so thank you guys heaps for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Goddard Family. We used to be known as Two Punks, had a bunch of kids. We are now Goddard Family, and don't forget to press the bell notifications so you don't miss our videos. And thank you heaps for watching. Bye.
Bye bye.